It's like in the 90s when we used to draw that little S tattoo on our skin. Okay, no one else did that, just me. Anyways, doctors do this too. Let's get into it. What's up everyone, Mike Muellner here. I'm an internal medicine doctor from Los Angeles, California. And yes, doctors do from time to time draw on the skin. But we don't draw that S insignia. By the way, I don't really know what that is. I think it was like from the clothing brand Stussy, but I don't know. Doctors aren't going to draw that. What they're going to do is they're going to mark borders of redness on the skin for certain conditions. So if you go to see your doctor with painful red skin, maybe this started as a spider bite or a cut on the hand, and then it got red and the redness spread. This is very concerning for an infection called cellulitis. That's an infection of the skin. So the first thing the doctor will do is he or she will look at this, and if it looks infected, if it's red, if it's painful, warm to the touch, and if all that is consistent with the history, especially if you can recall a break in the skin where it all started. But even if you can't, oftentimes people just don't remember how the initial infection would have gotten into the skin. The doctor will then mark the borders of the redness. It's literally taking a marker, although it is a skin marker. It's like specialized for the skin, but then marking the borders of redness around where the redness ends. So what's the point of all this? Is it just, fun to draw on the skin? What is this tattoo day, a temporary tattoo day in the hospital? No. The point of it is for monitoring. Over the next day or two, you want to see the redness recede from the marked borders because that shows that the infection is getting better. And so, why not just remember, how it looks? Well, the thing is that let's say it's a real bad infection. You end up spending a couple of days in the hospital. The doctor who sees you on hospital day 2 might be different from the doctor who first met you in the emergency department, and he or she isn't going to have a good basis of comparison because that physician didn't see you when you first came in. So having those marked borders really does help, so you can tell if the infection is getting better or not improving. If the redness is still there, hasn't really changed, then maybe it's not improving, or worse yet, if the area of redness, pain, warmth is extending beyond the marked borders, then you worry that the infection's actually getting worse. So what are we doing in the meantime? Typically you would get antibiotics. And if it's a mild case of cellulitis, just an area that's a little bit red, you might just get pills and be able to take those at home. 𝐋𝐄𝐓'𝐒 is an example. That treats strep. That's one of the bacteria that can get in the skin and cause cellulitis. But if it's a severe case, or especially if you have systemic signs like fever, that could be an indication that maybe the infection is spreading or it's becoming more serious. Like bacteria can even get into the bloodstream. And if it's real bad, then the bacteria can get in the heart. We call that endocarditis. So those cases would require treatment in the hospital with intravenous antibiotics, which may require a blood test for monitoring, and it's a lot more involved. But thankfully, even in these situations, the infection is something that most of the time can be treated and people make a full recovery from. Okay, there you go. That's a quick video on why a doctor might draw on your skin. It's not just for fun, and it's not for a cool tattoo. It's for a very real and important purpose for monitoring progression of skin infections. Thanks for checking this video out. If you like medical content like this, feel free to hit the subscribe button there or check out another video here, and I will see you guys next time.